Hey, so you're looking for a dog trainer here in Evanston? You've definitely come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know so you can feel really confident about your choice. Living with a dog in Evanston is pretty special, isn't it? You've got those beautiful walks along Lake Michigan, all the lively neighborhoods, those busy sidewalks downtown. Really, the whole point of training is to make all of that stuff better so you can both enjoy the city without any stress. Okay, so first up, let's talk about what makes Evanston, well, Evanston when it comes to being a dog owner. Because understanding the local scene is step one to setting the right goals. So, what's the goal here? It's having a dog that's just comfortable everywhere. A dog that can walk past all the shops on Dempster Street without getting overwhelmed, or one that stays focused when a cyclist zips by on the North Shore Channel Trail. It's all about having a relaxed buddy in all our busy spots. All right, next, let's get into what's probably the most important part, the trainer's philosophy. We need to look at what modern, effective training really looks like and why it matters so much. So, the method you're almost certainly going to hear about is positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's all based on science and it's simple. You reward your dog when they make a good choice. This isn't just about teaching sit or stay. It's about building up their confidence and, honestly, making your bond with them even stronger. That's what gets you those results that actually stick around. And when you put the methods side by side, it's night and day, really. The modern humane way is all about rewards, which helps your dog feel confident and happy. The old school punitive stuff, that uses fear, and it can just lead to anxiety and break that trust you have. Especially in a community like Evanston, where we're all living pretty close together, the humane approach is just safer and works so much better in the long run. Okay, so you know what you're looking for in a training style, but how do you actually check out a trainer and see if they're the real deal? Certifications are a really good place to start. Now, these letters might look like alphabet soup, but they mean something. Something like CPDT-K, that stands for Certified Professional Dog Trainer Knowledge Assessed, or KPA-CTP, shows a trainer has really put in the work to get educated. And if you're dealing with tougher stuff, like serious fear or reactivity, then look for certifications like the CDBC or CBCCK. Those tell you they have a much deeper level of expertise. So when you get on the phone with a trainer, have this little checklist in your back pocket. First, ask them straight up about their philosophy on positive reinforcement. Then, ask about their track record with the specific things you're working on. Of course, you'll want a totally clear breakdown of their costs and any policies. And finally, double-check that they can shape their plan to fit your life right here in Evanston. Honestly, if you only ask one question, make it this. How will you help us take these skills out into the real world around Evanston? Because let's be real, training that only works in your living room isn't going to cut it. You need someone who can help you make it work at the park, on the trails, and on the city streets. All right, let's talk about the different kinds of programs and formats you'll find out there. This will help you figure out what makes the most sense for your dog, your lifestyle, and your budget. Okay, so you'll mainly see two options, group classes and private sessions. Group classes are awesome for practicing with other dogs around, built-in distractions, and they're usually easier on the wallet. Private sessions, on the other hand, are totally tailored to you and your dog. They're great for tackling issues that happen right in your home, but yeah, they do cost more per session. So let's talk numbers. Here are some of the average costs you can expect to see around Evanston and the North Shore. A 6-week group class will probably be in the couple $100 range, but something like a board and train, where your dog lives with the trainer, is obviously a much bigger financial commitment. This should give you a good idea of what to plan for. And for our last section, let's get into the nitty-gritty of being a great dog owner right here in Evanston. Knowing the local rules and what resources are available, that's a huge part of having a happy life together in the city. Okay, if there's one number you need to remember, it's this one, 8. 8 feet. That is the absolute maximum leash length you're allowed to have in any public space in Evanston. They are serious about this, especially down by the lakefront, so it's a really important rule to keep in mind. Besides the leash law, there are a couple of other key things. Your dog has to have a current rabies tag on their collar at all times. Also, just be a good neighbor. Excessive barking can lead to nuisance complaints. And here's an interesting one. While Illinois doesn't have a state license for dog trainers, any professional working here does need to have a proper Evanston business license. So once you get started with training, where do you go to practice? Well, we've got some great spots. James Park Dog Park is fantastic for working on that off-leash recall since it's all fenced in. The North Shore Channel Trail, perfect for practicing leash skills with real-world distractions like joggers and bikes. And if you need a quieter spot for a more focused walk, the Ladder Arboretum is just perfect. At the end of the day, this is what it's really all for. Putting in the effort with good training isn't just about solving problems. It's about making every single part of your life with your dog, every walk down Central Street, every visit to the park, and every quiet evening at home that much more joyful. The right trainer can set you on a path to a wonderful partnership. We wish you and your dog the very best as you begin this journey and build a great life together here in Evanston.